motherfucking free black, nigga. Check me out, nigga.
Good morning, and welcome to Sport Breaks. I am your host, Dante Washington, aka Coach Peanut, bringing you another sport banger today, early. Yeah. Um, NFL preview for today. It is week 3. Boom. Before we get into that though, man, subscribe to Sport Breaks on Spotify and like the content, comment on the content, get at me on the content, and if you feel I'm right, I do too. But if you feel I'm wrong, let's have the conversation. That's what I'm here for. Soon I will be continuously going live. I will have a number. I have a number, just haven't posted it yet. To actually take calls and all that good stuff, but really want to build it, subscribes, likes before I start doing that. So it's free. Subscribe to the channel, Sport Breaks, on Spotify and wherever else you have your social media likings at. I am on all of it: Instagram, X, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch. Haven't figured out Twitch though. Say something about you got to have like 50,000 or 50 likes or whatever the case is, but whatever. I'm on the majority of it. Facebook, hit me up, leave comments, whatever, however you need to. I'm down. I'm here. All right, let's go. NFL preview today. All right, it's week 3. As you can see, I'm fly as a pelican right now. You know. Yeah, Charles Woodson, throwback joint, Green Bay, go Pack, go. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of good games today as well. The early window, 1 o'clock window. I'm just going to read off games, maybe a snippet of what I think, what I feel as I go along. So bear with me. But again, if you want to comment on any of the games, put the game up there. Comment on what you think about it, who you think could do this, what could be the score. Let's do all that because I'm real heavy on DraftKings as well. So if you into betting and not on DraftKings, hit me up in the comment and I'll send you my personal link so you can join DraftKings and you get something. I get something in return as well. Word. So again, let's go. 1 o'clock window. We have the Patriots at the Jets. The Patriots are 0-2 and the Jets are 1-1. Of course, we all know the Jets quarterback situation. Can he get the ball to Garrett Wilson? Will they strive to run the ball with Breece Hall and company? The Patriots, on the other hand, are they able to get their playmakers into the game? Because Ramon Stevenson, he has not been who he needs to be. The defense, of course, is always led by Coach Belichick and on the field with Matthew Judon. So they've been in games, but they just have not put it together yet. Which Matt Jones will we see today? So, yeah. Atlanta at 2-0 will travel to 1-1 Detroit. Atlanta beat Packers last week. We actually gave them the game. You cannot tell me different. I'm not trying to hear it. We gave them the game. We did not muster much at the end of the fourth quarter. So that leads me to say a lot of good stuff about their defense. Atlanta is defensively stout enough to give Jared Goff fits and Amaru St. Brown is questionable today. I want to see, can Detroit run the ball better than they have been making the effort to run it. And to me, that will neutralize Atlanta's defense. That was one thing that my Packers missed last week. We got some good runs, but to me, we went away from that. So, can Detroit run the ball to give Jared Goff enough time? The 2-0 New Orleans Saints will travel to my Green Bay Packers. We are at 1-1. For New Orleans, their defense is supposed to be ranked in the top 2 or 3, 4 or 5. I like their secondary. Their secondary will more than likely present fits for my Packers. Offensively, I still don't believe in Derek Carr. He's had some good spurts. He's had some good plays, but they will be down Jamal Williams today. So for me, their key is who's going to run the ball. We know Carr's going to look to get the ball to Chris Olave, Michael Thomas. I forgot his name, but he's like the Swiss Army knife. Taysom Hill, that's his name. They'll get the ball to Taysom Hill. So can our defense contain them? And for my Packers, Aaron Jones and Christian Watson still questionable for the game. So we will continue to lean heavily on our rookie class and Mr. Thigh Master Dillon. And hey, we're gonna let the chips fall where they may. The Chargers at 0-2 and Minnesota at 0-2. When I looked at this game, I looked and said this doesn't look right. 0-2 for the Chargers and 0-2 for Minnesota. Two teams that made the playoffs last year. Two teams that present the best offensive player at wide receiver probably in the game right now. I mean, we can argue. I like Tyreek Hill. We can argue that, but Justin Jefferson is that guy. And for the Chargers on the other side of the ball, you look at Nick Bosa, who just recently came off an NFL Defensive Player of the Year award. I don't understand why both these teams are 0-2, but they are, and one of them will be 0-3 after today. The Chargers offense is based off of Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, but can their quarterback get them the ball consistently? And without Austin Eckler, do they run the ball consistently? Minnesota's defense has to figure out a way to stop people, and they definitely have to figure out a way to get in the end zone. The Houston Texans at 0-2 travel to Jacksonville at 1-1. You look at this game on paper and you say, okay, well, let's pencil in Jacksonville for a win, but Jacksonville has not been consistent as they were last year. Trevor Lawrence still is Trevor Lawrence. Travis Etienne is still Travis Etienne. But with the additions of their new Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk has kind of slumped off a tad bit. Evan has been spot decent. They have to consistently spread the ball out in order to keep their defense off the field more. And Houston has a bunch of no-name guys, but I'm a betting guy, and I may just take Houston on DraftKings Sportsbook for the outright win in this game. That's just me. Denver at 0-2 at Miami. who is 2-0. I think Denver had a game taken away from them last week. Uh, that was a pass interference call. It was a pass interference call. Argue with your puppy. Miami presents a big problem for Denver. Denver's defense is that, but how do you stop Tyreek Hill? And my answer would be you can't. You cannot stop Tyreek Hill. But without Jalen Waddle in the game today, who else would emerge as that number 2? Because now with no Jalen Waddle, it is easy to set that safety over Tyreek Hill and say, "Hey, I'm gonna have my corner underneath, my safety over the top. Find somebody else to beat me." Tennessee at 1-1 at the Cleveland Browns, who are also 1-1. I think this game will be close. The Titans have to figure out how to run the ball better, and also Tannehill has to be better. Their defense has been their defense, but against Cleveland today, Ford is a problem, and as bad as Deshaun Watson has been playing to me, I think Cleveland's run game will give Tennessee's defense enough fits to open up their passing game. But my key is, can Deshaun Watson complete enough passes to keep 8 out the box? The 1-1 Buffalo Bills travel to the 2-0 Washington Commanders. Washington has been the surprise of the season thus far, despite it just only being week 3 at 2-0, and it's how they're doing it. Their star, Terry McLaurin, is not actually getting off, but their team has been doing enough to, take care of all the stuff that he and Mr. Robinson is not doing. Although Robinson has been running the ball great, it's their defense that will carry the bill with this one. And my only question is can they stop Josh Allen, and will Josh Allen run when there is nothing else going on? Buffalo's defense will be tested today, because I think the Commanders are due for one of those offensive games that's just over the top. Terry McLaurin is due for one of those 9-10 catch, 160 type yard games. The 1-1 Indianapolis Colts travel to the 2-0 Baltimore Ravens. Indy has been dealing with so much, but yet they are so young. Pittman as a younger player, he's a superstar. He is a flat out superstar. Indianapolis's defense is starting to look like they were like a year or two ago. Shaq Leonard, shout out to Shaq Leonard, Lakeview, South Carolina. Shout out to everybody from South Carolina that's in the league right now doing your thing, or if you pushing to do your thing, I'm down with you, for you, all that, Shaq Leonard and the company, they're looking real good, and they will get tested today, because I feel like Baltimore's run game has yet to rear its head, so to speak. Lamar has not been the MVP form, but yet he has down the field weapons now in Zay Flowers. No OBJ today, he will be out. Of course, he has the all-world tight end that he has, so it's gonna be a doozy to go to Baltimore and get one. My 4 p.m. games, 0-2 Carolina will travel to 1-1 Seattle. Um, for Carolina, no Young in this game. Andy Dalton will be set to start. Seattle is also dealing with a lot of different injuries. DK Metcalf being one of them. He is questionable. Will be a great game today as well. Seattle's offense against Carolina's upstart defense. Nobody's giving Carolina's defense credit, but can Andy Dalton outshoot Seattle's defense? 0-2 Chicago at Kansas City. So much around Justin Fields, the comments, does he want to be there? Is he there? Is he holding the ball too long? Why is he not running? Is the offensive coordinator not doing what he's supposed to do? Why is he not calling the plays he should be calling? So much. But this is one of those David versus Goliath type things. I think all that noise and that chatter may inspire this group. But it will be a tall task to go up against the reigning Super Bowl champion and the MVP in Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and that cast. Again, Chris Jones played a heck of a game last game, coming out the stands, so I expect him to do way more than he did last game. So I take Goliath in this one. 2-0 Dallas Cowboys travel to the desert to face Arizona, who is 0-2. Arizona is probably the oddest 0-2 team out. You have a great running game, no Kyler Murray, decent defense, but you have a Dallas Cowboy team coming to your place today that is clicking on all 6 cylinders, and they're looking the part to change out their motor and put a V6 in a twin turbo V12 in there. But offensively, Dallas will be stout. Of course, Dak has not turned it over, I don't think, at all this year. CD Lamb is looking like he is tired of hearing about Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson. Tony Pollard still has a different speed than most, but Dallas's defense will be the biggest precedent for today, dealing with the loss for the season with Mr. Diggs, Stephon Diggs' brother. He's out for the year. That is going to hurt. Despite their defense being and looking like Super Bowl contenders today, the impact of Diggs will do a lot. I don't expect Dallas to lose this game, but I want to see how their defense handles, Diggs not being on the field. The nightcap, the 8 o'clock game tonight will be the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Pittsburgh coming in at 1-1, Las Vegas coming in at 1-1. All reports that I have seen says Devontae Adams will play. Pittsburgh defensively, Mr. Hayward still is out, but they're still stout defensively. Offensively, which team will show up? Is it the team that lost their first game, or is it the team that won last week. We will see. The Monday night sessions will host 2 games. The 2-0 Philadelphia Eagles will travel to the 2-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is going to be a good game. Jalen Hurts against Tampa Bay's defense and Philly's defense against Baker Mayfield, who seems to have other defenses, Jedi mind tricks against them or something. So whatever you say. That is going to be a great game. Again, 2 offenses that are very stout versus 2 defenses that one lost a lot and the other doesn't have many people that you probably can name right off the top of your head. And the last game for Monday will be the Los Angeles Rams, who are at 1-1, against the Cincinnati Bengals, who are at 2-0. Biggest impact for me is that will Burrow play or not? That calf injury is back, and that is a big question mark. Will he play? For the Rams, I'm not pronouncing this guy's name right, but Naki, whatever his name is, he is a legit young stud, and Matthew Stafford has rejuvenated himself. You look at the Rams and say they lost, they all were a corner, and they ain't gonna be this, they ain't gonna be that, and now the Rams are sitting at 1-0 with the chance to go to Cincinnati and get a win. So that is my NFL preview for week 3. Again, subscribe to Sport Breaks on YouTube, subscribe to Sport Breaks on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasting from. Also subscribe and like the content on all social media platforms. I am out there. Again, I want you to like it, comment on it. I will definitely comment back. And if you down, and if you still up, and if you're not looking at your favorite show, join me at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spotify. I will be live for my NFL preview as well. So as always, man, join the conversation and let's go. Until the next time, if it ain't Sport Breaks, it ain't knowledge world. Peace.
Still PNP, bitch. Come on, huh?